With so many videos published to YouTube, over 4,000 to date, around 2009, 2010, I started to have people coming to me all the time, asking me questions about their goals, both on and off the basketball court, and the roadblocks they're facing going after them. Dre, I don't believe in myself anymore. Somebody told me I shouldn't do it. My friends think I'm dumb and wasting my time. Nobody wants to do it with me. Dre, there are 50 other people trying out for the team. I'm afraid I won't make it, and all this work on my game will have been for nothing. My response, so? Wait, that's not nice. What I meant to say is, these are legitimate challenges. We are social creatures. We like to feel like part of the group. We feel good when we have support from other people. It's been scientifically proven that we experience the pain of isolation the same way we feel the pain of a physical injury. And I've grown as a coach and a mentor since 2010. Knowing these challenges to be legitimate, plus the fragile nature of some human egos, I'm sure to factor this in nowadays when I answer questions from people seeking help. Dre, somebody told me I shouldn't do it. And that person doesn't have to live with what you do or don't do. You have to live with it. Make a decision and own it. My friends think I'm dumb and wasting my time. That makes sense. Your friends have probably already quit at the thing they're trying to discourage you from doing. The only thing your friends know is quitting, so that's the only thing they can encourage you to do. Nobody wants to do it with me. Good. That's when I get excited. If everyone was doing the same thing, there would be no opportunity. When young athletes come to me and they say, Dre, how much time should I spend working out? Or how hard should I work? I tell them, look around you. When you see a bunch of other people doing the same thing you're doing, you're not doing enough. When you're alone and isolated all the time, that's when you're on the right track. Dre, there are 50 other people trying out for the team. I'm afraid I won't make it, and all this work on my game will have been for nothing. Just stay your ass at home then. Spend the time doing something you actually feel good about. And stay out of the way of the people who feel like they belong there. Does that make you feel better? What I do with people who come to me with questions is not give them all the answers. I don't have them all, and that wouldn't help you anyway. You know the old teach a man to fish cliche. If I tell you how to handle this challenge, you'll be right back in my inbox or comment section or at replies with the next challenge tomorrow. What I do is empower you with the mentality and thought processes to where you can handle your own challenges. What is the key to this empowerment, you ask? In a word, confidence. Confidence is simply defined as belief in something or someone. Belief in your ability to perform. Confidence in your own decision-making process. Confidence in the face of doubt from people close to you. That's simple enough, right? But Dre, how can I be confident if I have no real reason to believe? I mean, what if I've never actually done anything to be confident about? We all know about fake it till you make it. Opinions have been split as to whether this philosophy works, if it's complete BS, even if it's actually destructive to the user. From replying to over 500,000 comments, emails, and private messages over the past 10 years, 90% of which deal with mental game and performance issues, I have news in this talk that will settle any and all debate. There is no such thing as faking it. When you fake it, you've already made it. To tell a story by author Tucker Max, one day in high school, his basketball team coach was tired of pointing out the players' mistakes over and over again. So the coach decided to try a one-day experiment. Today, the coach announced, each one of you will go through this entire practice imitating one of your assigned teammates. Whatever that teammate does well every single day, you will do it well all day today. Whatever mistakes that teammate is always making, you'll make those same mistakes all day today. The players probably have fun with this exercise, be it a break from the mundane mid-season practice routine, plus a free pass to make fun of each other indirectly. Tucker, our storyteller, was a self-described, marginal at best basketball player. And on this particular day in practice, his assignment was to imitate his teammate Brian. Now, Brian just happened to be the best player on the basketball team and a future college basketball scholarship player. How do you think Tucker played that day? Tucker said he played basketball that day better than he had ever played his entire life. Everyone was shocked. The coach even said, Tucker, if that's what it takes, you need to pretend to be Brian every day. Tucker had found a new level of performance and was a different player from that day forward. So, was Tucker faking it that day in practice? Not at all. You can't fake the ball going in the basket. You can't fake the 10 seconds of courage required to get up, walk to the other side of the bar, and talk to that pretty lady. You can't fake getting a date. Well, maybe you can. You can't fake believing in yourself to the point that other people start to believe too. But this begs more questions. Well, Dre, why or how then can someone have this one day or even 1 week super you level of performance, but unlike Tucker, they fall right back down to their previous levels? Why doesn't everyone just stay that great? Doesn't that prove that that whole thing is false? Not at all. It just proves that those people don't want to deal with the problems that come with being that great all the time. Problems? Yeah, problems. Think of a time in your life when you unleashed your full potential and showed everyone what you were truly capable of. What happened next? Your bosses, coaches, and followers now expected you to be that great all the time. If you fell back to an average level of performance now, it will be met with disappointment. Whereas before, or without this 1 day or 1 week super you performance, this was just accepted as a normal you. So in essence, you've been driving through life with your emergency brake on. So in actuality, from this point forward, the untrue person is the one who refuses to step it up despite this knowledge. Because before this talk, you were unaware. You just didn't know what you didn't know. But now you're personally responsible for what I just told you. Some may think the fake it till you make it spiel is too elementary, too basic for this audience. Confidence is key. Thinking confidently would make me perform better. You had to believe in yourself. Yeah. I already know that, Dre. What else can you tell me? Maybe you're that person. It's okay to admit it. I can handle it. To those people, I'll offer you this. The authentic you is the you that we don't see too often. And here's why. Looking at the increased expectations that come with being that great all the time created a limiting belief in you that you couldn't possibly keep that up. You repeated this to yourself so often for so long that your subconscious mind eventually accepted it and you completely forgot just how great you could be. So, that 1 day or 1 week super you level of performance was a reminder from your subconscious mind of the true you. The true you? Yeah, you know, the you that existed before we learned to conform to the realistic expectations of the people around us. Think of all the great hopes and dreams we had or have as kids before the rejections and harshness of the real world beat us into the submissive, that's just the way it is adults we become. How many astronauts we have in the audience tonight? What about presidents of the United States? Any football or basketball players? Who was a movie star? What happened? Someone told you you weren't talented enough for that? There would be a lot of hard work that you probably wouldn't want to do? That no one from your city or town had ever made it there before? That it wasn't realistic? Maybe you tried something once that was unsuccessful, your friends ridiculed you, and that was all the confirmation you needed? Or how about we take the gloves off and I'll be a little more direct? The way I would be if you came to me on YouTube and we stopped blaming all the nameless, faceless people out there. You probably told yourself these things. You told yourself so often for so long that this false interpretation became your reality, and boom, you made it into an untrue version of who you really are. You got scared out of your own life by other people, by circumstances, but mostly by yourself. So what can we do about this? Well, Dre, you're the empowerment expert. What's the fix? Step one, wake up those old ideas. You know, the ones you had before marriage and kids, before college loan debt, before the first time your friends laughed at you, before that person you looked up to told you you couldn't be successful. Decide on one tiny step that would get you closer to it. Register a domain name, send out a tweet, make a phone call, and do that now. Not later on. Don't write it down. Now. Later on becomes tomorrow, becomes when I have more time, becomes never, becomes this untrue version of you. Step two. To-do lists can get long, and you're probably already thinking of all the other things you need to get done this week. So how about we release, let go of, and forget about some things? Release the emergency brake. Let go of everything you think you know about who you should be that's not even true. Notice that when you shift the car into drive and release the emergency brake, the car moves forward without you even pressing on the gas. Let go of analyzing your every thought. Analysis is for the people watching the game, not the people playing in the game. The last time you were in a state of flow, or in the zone, as we say, what were you thinking about? Exactly, nothing. Forget about the competition and what someone else might say or do. When Tucker, in his basketball story, was imitating the best player on his team that day, who was going to outplay him? Who was he worried about? Nobody and no one. After all, he was the best player on the damn team. Step three, assume the position. When you woke up those old ideas in step one, that was a confirmation that they're real, because your mind can still see it. Now it's time that you become that person. What kind of posture would that person have in their seat right now? What would that person do this week? It takes them less than 5 minutes that gets them one step further away from the untrue you and one step closer to the real you. Most importantly, what would that person stop doing? What would that person stop thinking, stop believing, and stop saying to themselves? Ladies and gentlemen, when you fake it and become the person you've always wanted to be, you've already made it. Understand that you must be the person first, who takes the actions second, who gets the rewards third. Our current world is so full of information, we are on an endless quest to get more of it. Google searches, self-help books, TED Talks. The fact of the matter is, you already know everything you need to know. The question is, why aren't you doing it? Thank you.